welcome back to Hook, Line and Sinker, Jev, the best midweek show that you will find anywhere, better than the midweek rub. I don't even know what else they do, the front bar, whatever night that is. Welcome back, Jev, Hook, Line and Sinker, my friend.
Midweek tug is not bad, but this is better. I'm up and about. What's happening, Dave?
Nothing actually beats the midweek tug. Might be getting into that after this. Now, Jev, the numbers, how we went last week, we only lost out on that North Melbourne leg. So we had North plus 47.5. And they got absolutely steamrolled. It was even at quarter time and got absolutely steamrolled by Brisbane. But I hopefully think that we should be looking to bounce back a little bit more this week. Now, we only have one Friday night game, so we don't have any Thursdays, and then full weekend of footy. So that means way more bets for the 100K this week, Jev, which I'm very, very excited about.
We got the 10K Punters Club back this week. I'm absolutely pumped. I reckon we're in for a big, big week.
Oh, did that just get posted? I haven't even been on yet.
Yeah, it's been posted.
Perfect. Yes. On it yet, mate. This is going to be, we only have 100 spots. So we might potentially have to make another bet with mates, Jev, which will be unbelievable. But let's get into it. So the first game, Jev, over in the West. So we got Freo and the Bulldogs. What do you have a hook for me?
I just had a bit of a look at the odds. I just like everyone to get a bit of a lick of the ice cream in this game. I like Sarong, Brayshaw, Bontempelli, and Libba all for 25. Like $1.73 for Bont. 25. He would have had it in the wet against Port Adelaide, but he got tagged in the last quarter. He's probably $1.73. I like just that 4-leg multi, all of them to get a lick of the ice cream. That pays $4.20 for 4 players to have 25. Stadium, good conditions. They both those teams sort of get touches for those players, so I'm happy with that. What about you, Das?
Look, my hook, Jev, as I said, may not parlay this, but just have a little bit, and we will be talking a lot more, and here comes the money, Jev. But the only reason why I'm talking about this now is because if I don't, we'll miss out because we obviously record the pod on Friday. But, Jev, Rory Lobb for 2 goals against the old side.
Yeah, love it.
That's a 240. All right, last year he kicked 2 goals 6 times. He kicked 3 goals 3 times, 1 bag of 4 and 1 bag of 5.
Yeah, love that. So that's a 2, 3, 4, 5 sprinkle.
So for 2 goals, 240, for 3 goals, 570, for 4 goals, 15, and for 5 goals at 51-1.
Yeah, love it. 5 goals.
So, against the old mob, he hasn't been playing that well this year, so I could just definitely see him popping up, giving it to the crowd. So that is my little hook that I might sprinkle a little bit of dosh on. What do you think the line is, Jev?
It's over in Perth. They're going as well as each other. Probably Bulldogs going a little bit. So I'd say about a goal, about Freo minus 6.5.
Freo minus 1.5.
Oh, so it's basically pick 'em. I've got no idea. I'm starting to really like the Dogs a little bit, but what are the numbers saying?
So, well, first it's giving $1.30, so we can get Freo at plus 16.5 or the Bulldogs plus 21.5.
Yeah, and what's your?
So they are saying, so I accidentally just clicked out of it. So they are telling us to take Fremantle.
Plus 16.5 at home against the Dogs. Yeah, I'm probably happy with either, to be honest. I'm happy with Freo plus 16.5. Also, think Dogs plus 21.5 cover, but yeah, I'd say Freo plus 6.5 is the play. Home Dogs, Bulldogs played in Adelaide last week. I don't know if they've come back to Melbourne, then back to Perth, or they went straight there. So, yeah, Freo plus 16.5, good play.
I think, no, Bulldogs went straight to Perth.
Did they? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
You wouldn't want to be there for too long, would you?
No. So I'll be happy to take Freo in that one as well. Now, Jev, your sinker.
Fuck. I don't know. I don't know if I have one. No, I don't have one. What do you got?
Well, see, I went one of the legs that you thought that you'd absolutely cream in because I just can't trust the Bond at the moment, Jev, for 25. I think it's so juicy, and he probably gets it this week, but he's averaging just under. Maybe if I have a couple of different multis, but if I'm just having my one, then I'm going to bang a 50 on.
Do Freo tag?
Oh, probably not. And he probably gets it, but I was just like, even last week having to cow it out of a multi, which I rarely ever do, but I was just like, watch Willem Drew go to him. And me and you thought, we're like, he'll easily get 5 in the last. And it just scared me off him because as we've heard, he's doing so much damage, but just not the accumulator that he has been. So I'm just going to stay away for a couple more weeks.
Yeah, looking at the odds right now, another sinker is taking Freo to win at $1.78 head-to-head. Just, it feels like taking with some points. Don't take him to win. Anyone can win this game. Both Both teams played a down to the wire game last week, so yeah, I wouldn't touch that.
How's this for a stat though, Jev? Freo has covered the line in in its last 8 matches in April.
You can't give me that April crap. No, fair.
What that is? Its last 8 games in April, it's covered.
Pat Mahomes has never lost in September. That's an NFL stat. All right, we'll take.
That's a great stat. All right, next game, Jev, Port and West Coast, because we don't have any hooks. Where do you think the line is?
Oh,
so it is in Port Adelaide.
It's in Port Adelaide. They haven't left. West Coast have 18 injuries. They're asking for a bye in their VFL side. I'm going to say 45 points.
46.5. So at $1.30, Jev, we can either take Port Adelaide minus 28 or we can take West Coast plus 66.
No, I'd take Port minus 28. I don't really like Port that much. I don't really want to bet on them, but you can't trust West Coast in the slightest.
I know.
But you saw Geelong be up by 75 points at halftime. I know West Coast played all right and got it back to 46. That could have turned into 150 like that, I reckon. What are your numbers saying?
A lot of 66. It's saying take West Coast, and West Coast have covered 9 of its last 10 matches at Adelaide Oval.
So you're going to take West Coast? I like Port.
Plus 66.
I got my sports better. I'm going to take the Port line.
I'm just going to have to go with West Coast, so I'll be taking West Coast.
I'll take Port minus.
Yep. 28.5 you've got.
Yeah, 28.5 right there.
I'll take that other one. All right, next game, GWS and Brisbane. So at the Giants.
At the Giants. Oh, they're probably one goal. I reckon it's about 20 points, 20.5.
Yeah, exactly. Bang on.
Oh, nice. I'd probably take Brisbane. I reckon they're going pretty well, pretty under the radar. I don't where GWS beat Hawthorn on the buzzer. Yeah, I would take Brisbane. I think 20 isn't enough.
Yeah, you just want to see him. You want to see him. Obviously be able to push another couple of away games because they struggled at the start of the year. But Jev, at $1.30, I think this one's pretty self-explanatory. Either GWS plus 38.5. Which is pretty safe, or Brisbane minus 2.5. I think Brisbane get it done.
Yeah,
so
take the Brisbane win. That's just a win. Yeah, they'll win that. I'll take that line with you.
They looked so good last week, so I'd be taking that one as well. Jev, you're going to absolutely love the next game. So Geelong and Sydney. I know you said you're a little bit nervous because Geelong are unfurling the flag. Grand final rematch, but obviously with the scarf on, you're a little bit more confident. Where do you think the line is?
Fuck. Geelong at home, unveiling the flag. Depends who's injured for the Swans. If we've got no one to play on Jez and Tom Hawkins, if we've still got no McCartan brothers, no Dane Rampy, I'm going to say about 18.5 for Geelong, about 3 goals.
2 goals, so 12.5.
Yeah, I think they get 1 goal for playing at home and 1 goal for unveiling the premiership flag in our faces and flexing on us a little. That's a tough line because I think the Swans are actually playing better than Geelong right now, but there's so much they just don't lose at GMHBA. So you can see them beating us by 14 points and never look like losing sort of thing.
Well, I'll give you the $1.30s. I reckon this might sway you. So Geelong plus 6.5 or Sydney plus 30.5.
Yeah, I'd take that Geelong plus 6.5. They don't lose at GMHBA.
You don't like the Swans at 30 points?
Oh, I do, but how can you tip Geelong to lose at if they get 6 points, that means the Swans have to win by over a goal at GMHBA. Yeah, I prefer that Geelong line, I reckon.
I'll take the Swans. I don't reckon they're going to beat them by 30.
Right, I can get plus 7.5 at $1.29. I'm taking Geelong plus 7.5.
You take the goal. All right, I'll take the Swans at plus 30.5. I don't reckon they blow them out. I reckon the Swans
are definitely gone. But I thought we were certain his grand final day. We lost by 81 points. So I can't tip the Swans against Geelong until I see it.
Only there's got to be a bit of a bounce back though. Yeah, you don't get swamped twice. You're a little bit cold feet, I reckon.
Yeah, I am.
But you guys are looking better. You guys are looking better this year. So I'll take the Swans. Next one, Hawks and Adelaide, Jev, the most informed team in the AFL. Probably one of the best teams to watch in the AFL, which is the Adelaide Crows. Where do you think the line sits?
It's at Taz, isn't it? It's not at the G. Yeah. It's in Tassie. Yeah, I'll go about 25.5 points.
22.5. So Hawks obviously getting the points.
I just gotta love Adelaide's firepower. If this line was 40, I'd still probably nearly lean Adelaide. I just love how quick they score goals, how quickly they ended the game against Carlton. They just blew them out. in
10
20
minutes.
minutes. Like 10 minutes, it was game over. Like
It said 10 minutes.
Yeah.
I looked at the clock and they'd kick 6 goals.
Yeah,
That's it.
inside 50s, they just score goals. Isaac Rankin gets dangerous. Yeah, I'll definitely land the Crows. What can I get for $1.30?
$1.30, either Hawks plus 41.5 that I wouldn't trust, but Adelaide minus 3.5 for $1.30. I think we both agree that we'll be taking Adelaide. We think they beat quite comfortably. Too strong, too fast. Those young guys, Saligo, Pedlar, all of them just try and put their head over it and they go a million miles an hour. So I don't see the Hawks being able to keep up with them, especially after a really tough game last week against GWS.
Yeah. No, I agree.
All right, next game, Jev, Carlton and St Kilda. So Sard is now an out for Carlton. Membry and Jack Steele back in for St Kilda. Not looking good for the Blues. Not confident in this one, Jev. Where do you see the line?
Honestly, I wouldn't be able to tell you who's favourite, so I'm just going to say pick 'em.
So Carlton were minus 4.5 and check before, so they're out to about a point.
So it's just minus 1.5 or minus 0.5. Yeah, it's an absolute pick 'em game. It's a fucking hard one. They're both good under the lid. Jack Steele back in, Sard out, who's in like All-Australian form. I'll probably lean the Saints a little bit. I like their defensive work, the Saints. What Carlton played Thursday night, Saints played Sunday, 7-day break to 10-day break. Fuck, I got no idea. I have got no idea.
I just haven't been too confident with it. The numbers are saying take the Saints, but for $1.30, you either get the Blues plus 19.5 or you get the Saints plus 18.5. Yeah. So if you keep it close, you both win. But I'd rather go the opposite way what I used to do, Jev, back on the other team. So even if the Blues lose, you win some money. So I'm going to be putting the money on St Kilda. So either way, if the Saints lose and my bet loses, at least the Blues win, so I'm happy.
Yeah, I'll take that. The Saints play a lot of defense. I'll take that Saints plus 18.5.
Yeah,
they don't look like they're getting blown out much this year. Ross has got them playing defense. I think that's the smarter side to be on, definitely.
Now, Jev, this isn't even our alt lines for $1.30, but St Kilda has covered the line in each of its last 6 matches. They are Australia's team.
They're Australia's team right now.
Australia's team. So that's not even the alt lines, like the actual lines that they're giving, they have covered. So
I love
St Kilda, hey, we absolutely love when those numbers stack up. They're a team to bet on. Now, next game, Jev, Gold Coast and North Melbourne. This is a fucking...
in Gold Coast?
Yeah, Metricon.
Yeah, I'll say 15.5. Gold Coast minus 15.5.
Exactly, 15.5.
Come on.
Mate, you're on with these lines. What do you reckon?
I think North are better than they played
last week. So do I.
They turned over. It was something like every second kick in the second half was a turn.
Nathan Brown said it's the worst
kicking
performance in the history of the game in 160 years, even though he hasn't seen the other games. He's that confident. Every second kick.
I saw
some of the highlights. Sheasel was just lacing out Brisbane players.
So you got to think Freo can't play that bad again. North can't play that bad again. They're actually not. We've seen them. We've watched them this year. They're not that bad. 15.5. Gold Coast at home. I like Gold Coast at Metricon. I think LDU is probably the best player on the field. Took and Noah Anderson. I've actually got no idea. What are your numbers saying?
$30. Gold Coast minus 4.5.
Yeah.
Or North Melbourne plus 40.5.
Nah, we'll take North for that, won't we?
You think that they win?
Gold Coast to blow North out by 40 points. I know
Gold Coast
did it.
Gold Coast have covered the line in each of its last 5 matches as a favourite against North, but that means North are due. But obviously we're teasing it in, Jev. I think plus 40.5. As you said, I reckon they can keep it close after last week.
Yeah,
you don't get 2 big blowouts in a row. They've shown improvement. I think they hold on.
Yeah, North plus 40.5. Take him. You beauty.
Yeah. No, I'll be taking that one as well. So that's another $1.30 leg, Jev. Next one, Melbourne and Richmond.
I think Melbourne are the biggest certainties in AFL history.
Yeah.
Well, no, I shouldn't say that. But I know Richmond are injured. Melbourne are getting Gawn, Brown, and Lever back. They're coming off a loss. I really don't rate Richmond that much. I'm going to say D's by about 24.5 maybe.
Mm-hmm. So it's 23.5 minus 23.5. It still can't let you pick the lines. It's the only game it won't let you pick and tease in. So
I'm assuming game for team announcement.
Yeah. So this is the only one I checked earlier, and I just checked then again.
Well,
but
what can we get? We get $1.30 for Melbourne head to head. So
yeah, we'll just take that.
we'll take them head to head.
I think they win head to head as well. They have to. Going back in, they're a completely different side. When he's in, Lever's in, and May, their spine, they're just the way they set up defensively, and then they can just rebound.
He's kicking 4. There's one of my bets of the week. That'll be on Ben Brown will kick 4 for the 4th time this year or 3rd time this year.
Yeah, I like that, Jev. Yeah, all right. So we both agree with Melbourne and the blockbuster on Anzac Day, Collingwood and Essendon. I'm sure most people have heard, but it's the first time since 2000 both teams are inside the top 4. So there's Collingwood and Essendon. This should be a cracker. It's meant to be a perfect day as well, Jev. Where do you see the line?
It's also the first time since 2000 that the Anzac Day medal has already been given to Nick Dager. So I think...
Was he even born in 2000?
Yeah, probably not. No, that's 23 years ago. Not a fucking chance. He's only 19.
Yeah, that is fucked. The fact that kids are like born in like 2000 plus are playing.
We're old as fuck though.
We are older.
Both 4-1, but everyone loves Collingwood, so I'm going to say Collingwood by about 8.5 points.
15.5.
Oh, it feels like a lot, doesn't it? Feels like a lot. Like Essendon just pumped Melbourne. They just went head to head and beat Melbourne easily. Collingwood have definitely not been going as well as they were the last 2 weeks. Like St Kilda played really well against them, and who beat them?
Who beat who?
Oh, Brisbane beat Collingwood. Jeez, I'd be leaning that Essendon 15.5.
Yeah, well, get a load of this. So the points are saying take Essendon.
Yeah.
So at $1.30, we can take Collingwood plus 5.5 or Essendon plus 35.5.
Yeah, take that 35.5 points every day.
That is the play, Jev. I think it's far too many points. I absolutely love that one. So pretty much the only one that we're going the opposite way on. So we're both going to take Freo at home.
Freo plus 16, yep.
Yep. You're going to take Port Adelaide minus 28.
Minus 28.5.
I'm going to trust West Coast to try and fucking keep it close somehow.
Yeah.
Brisbane and GWS, we're both taking Brisbane minus 2.5.
Yep.
You're going to take Geelong at home with a goal or plus 7.5. Sorry, $1.29. I'm going to take the Swans at $1.30 30 points. I think that they hold on to that. We're both taking Adelaide minus 3.5.
Yeah.
We're both taking St Kilda plus 18.5.
Yep.
We're both going to take North plus 40.5.
Yep.
Richmond head to head, and then we're also going to take Essendon plus 35.5. That should get us to $12.
Melbourne head to you said Richmond there. Melbourne head to head.
Sorry, Melbourne head to head. Sorry.
Essendon plus 34.5. $12.16 on for that. I am having I'm putting some. Here comes the money cash on that one, Dover.
Yeah, perfect. So hopefully people listen to that because they will probably miss that one before the Here Comes the Money episode gets up. So this is an early little bet for us. Now, Jev, so last week we got into our forward line.
Yeah, I copped a lot of shit for drafting Oscar Allen. Then he kicked 4 on the reigning premiers. 24-year-old, 200 centimetre, fucking A-grade potential.
Yeah, I went through and I think only one of my guys had a win. I think it was Papley. Kerno didn't, Toby Green didn't, Shire didn't, Norton didn't, and Melbourne Bailey Fritsch didn't. So obviously I've drafted my guys and they've all gone to soup, Jev. But today we will be taking midfield. So our starting midfield, so a ruck, ideally 2 wingers and a couple of midfielders, and then obviously we'll do a back line, and then the last week we will do a 4-man bench.
Let's go.
So
you got
first
one. Are you going to break my heart with pick 1?
Nah, I'll leave him for you.
What? You're not going to take him? All right, go. Who are you taking?
I'm going to take Clayton Oliver.
You fuck. You motherfucker. Oh, God. Righto, I'll take the next best mid. I will take Marcus Bontempelli.
So for anyone that doesn't know, we are looking for the future. So we are going to try and make our favourite team. So I'm coaching Northern Territory. Jev is actually coaching the Tasmanian Incest.
Oh.
And then we are going to see how they go over the next year or two. So Jev, second pick, I'm going to be taking Lachie Neale.
I am going to take who I think the most valuable player in the comp is, Max Gawn.
That's all right. I've still got another ruckman there, so that's fine. Yeah, you take Gorney. That's a good pick. I am going to take, mate, I'm taking a bit of speed. People forget who this man is, but I'll be taking Sammy Walsh. He's still young. I Absolutely love the Walsh.
I thought you might. So I will take Christian Petrarca.
Yeah, nice. So I've pretty much got the 3 mids. So I'm going to start to have a look outside. So wing Jev, I'm going to take Hugh McCluggage.
That's a great pick. I was definitely looking in the Hugh McCluggage direction. Now
the airport luggage, Hugh McCluggage.
What have I got? I need another mid.
There's so many good players, but we can't just put them on the wing. We actually genuinely have to pick wingers.
Out of my wing, I'm fucking schmozzled here. Out of my wing, I think this is fair because I think he was a winger. I don't know if he is right at this current stage, but I'm going to take Chad Warner. Is that fair?
I'll pay it.
Bit of a winger, bit of a half forward. He's only just gone into the midfield for the Swans.
Lines up on the wing sometimes.
Yes.
When he's asleep.
All right, sweet. Thank you.
I'll take another winger. I'll be taking Josh Dacos on the wing.
Yeah, good pick. Good pick.
But you can take
Connor Rosie on a wing, or is that not play on?
Take Bailey Smith. He's a winger.
Yeah, I'll take Bailey Smith. I'm a big fan.
And then my last pick, because I need a ruckman, I'm going to be taking Big Timmy English.
You are taking Big Timothy English.
Mate, he is the #1 rated Supercoach player at the moment. He's having a fantastic season, Big Tim English. Tapping it down to Clayton Oliver. Quick hands to Neil. Outside to Walsh. Gets it outside even further. Dacos, McCluggage, inside to my forward line. Papley.
All right.
Jeez, that sounds like a good midfield.
I got Bont, Petrarca. So I got 2 big bulls. I want someone a bit leaner, but a bit quicker. I'm having a little look now at the possessions of the year. I am going to take... He's as good as any midfielder in the comp. If I'm going to be true to what I say on the pod and everything, I'm going to take Luke Davies-Uniacke.
Yeah, you have to. Well done, mate.
Good work. So, on your wing, on my wings, I have Bailey Smith, Chad Warner. Who have you got?
Dacos and Hugh McCluggage.
My ruck is Max Gawn. Who have you got?
Timmy English.
I've got Bont, Petrarca, Davies-Uniacke. You've got...
Oliver, Neil, Sammy Walsh.
Yours is so much better than mine. You're mid. Bont, Petrarca, Davies-Uniacke, future, leader, gun, goal kicker. I'm happy with it.
Oliver, Neil, Walsh.
I just wish I had Clary. What do you want for Clary?
Oh, yeah, we can trade. Now, I'm not sure if you actually can do this, Jev. We did suggest earlier, the new AFL game, if you can actually make your own team and just sim, we're going to go a 7-game series and just see where the teams stack up.
I think it's the only way to see who's fair. So I've got pick one in the back line next week. I'm very excited.
Hey, it's going to be underrated taking #1 pick of the bench.
I already know. Yeah, it is. I already know I'm taking pick one of guys like Pat Cripps, never got picked. You can pick him up on your bench.
Unfortunately, because, Jev, it's not like an all-Australian team where they just put 6 midfielders in. No, we're picking wingers.
Yeah, you've got to pick what you got to pick.
I was going to say to you, we would have had Callum Mills available for the midfield.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
I don't think he gets in over any of those other guys.
Hard one. I think he's as good as he's a great footballer. Like he basically played on Dusty, had 25, and he kicks a goal a week. But he's the sort of guy you draft when you're starting a team. He might be a bench player for me. I absolutely love him. So,
by the way, guys, I've got a quick list. So these are some players we've overlooked: Dawson Laird, Touk Miller, Jack Steele, Josh Kelly, Merritt, Cripps, Mills, Sarong, Parrish, Brayshaw, Toby Green, Noah Anderson, Connor Rosie, Butters, DeGoey, Errol Goulden, Jai Simpkin, Jason Horn-Francis, and the list goes on.
Do you want a spoiler alert? Pick one of the backline draft next week is going to be Jordan Dawson.
Yeah.
He's played halfback his whole career except the last 2 weeks in the mid. I was looking at him taking my last. I'm like, you know what? I got to pick one of the backline draft. I'm just going to take it.
I quit.
Spoiler alert! I'm taking Jordan Dawson. Pick one of the backline draft. You can work around that. It's like knowing. It's like Will Ashcroft just knew he was going to pick one. Jordan Dawson already knows. He's got the playbook.
Anyway, so make sure you might want to listen to this podcast on 2.5 by the time we're picking, because Jev forgot his voice box. He forgot what he wanted to pick.
Yeah, I didn't. Yeah, I fucked it. Yeah, Malls will cut it, hopefully. He'll set it. You got a joke for us, Gus?
If the edited version, it'll be better. All right. Welcome. What time is it? 9 o'clock on a Wednesday. Thank you for the midweek tug. Midweek hook, line, and sinker.
100K coming Friday, 10K punter stuff. Here comes the money. We're going to give out all our best 3, 4, and 5 goal bettors for the whole weekend because I was hot on the weekend. So were you. So let's go.
Yeah, and I'm taking a photo because I'll put it on the story and just let people know that it's coming. Oh, fuck. I just mean to flash these fucking sucks. All right. Cheers, guys. Well done. Fucking get on it. Enjoy your multis. Let's go.